was talking to her last night, and I said, what's the difference for you from after you've gone through the Cellfield program? And she said to me, and these were her words, it has become more automatic. Reading has become more automatic. My ability to do math has become more automatic.
Where she was not confident in her reading ability before, she's taking more of a risk and reading higher level books for herself.
Cellfield is a reading program that consists out of 2 phases. A phase that's on the computer for 10 days, 1 hour a day, and then a second phase done with a tutor or with a therapist 1 hour a week for 10 weeks. A pre-assessment is completed prior to starting phase 1, and then at the completion of phase 2, a post-assessment is completed. The program is based on the fact not on so much as a reading material, but mostly based on what does the brain need in order to read.
But also works on those underlying mechanisms of auditory and visual timing, which is critical for reading, which is often a big missing piece in treatment for children with reading programs.
So my interest as a therapist is not really being to become a reading teacher or a reading tutor, but it is to see what in the brain is necessary for the brain to have a reading capacity.
So when I look at the pre-test and the post-test for Cellfield, it's amazing, the changes that I see. Changes with the fluency and the accuracy during reading. But I think the biggest thing is how the children are now able to decode the words.
Just seeing Emily have that confidence in her fluency and her sounding out in the phonics portion of the words is really making a big difference in her.
So we've noticed a big improvement through Cellfield, and especially in working in the second section of Cellfield where she was receiving support an hour a week and working with one of the therapists here. He focused on her physics book. And that's kind of what they did her program around, was the physics book, and that really made a difference to her.
So a lot of children that come into the program, they have gone a couple of years with reading and almost developing those compensations during reading, or almost those negative feelings about themselves and the way that they look at reading too. So when they come into the Phase 2 program, they are in a really safe and comfortable environment, and we really are trying to build a motivation with them to really start to enjoy reading now.
We've been trained in many different reading programs and have spent lots and lots of funding on different reading programs over the years. This program was the first program that really was brain-based, truly was activating the brain channels, and which is why we wanted to invest in it. In fact, we were the first company to import this program to the US, and we are also the trainers for this program in the US today. Doing the reading program has changed a child's expectation of not needing to have a reading difficulty for the rest of their lives. Is it a complete cure? Nothing is. But is it a help? A very strong one, and in a relatively short space of time of 12 weeks.
I felt that people were very warm and engaged with her right away. And I think that she felt very comfortable, which was one of my worries, that she would feel awkward, that she would feel different. And I wanted her to just feel that this was just a part of life, that everybody struggles with different things, and that this was a struggle that she was going to overcome, and we just needed some extra help.